Is this not the most beautiful setting for a video this morning at the Riverdale Farm in Toronto, and just two lovely horses in the background? It's our first snowfall, and this morning I woke up and probably within about 15 minutes I knew what I was going to talk about. And I wrote a post on Medium on my Think Queerly publication about gay shame, and it's been my dirty gay secret, and there's still things that I'm thinking about in relation to that. And to summarize quickly, as a gay man, when we're matured or growing up, we forget about the shame of being gay. We forget about our experiences in adolescence whenever we first realized that we were not like the other boys. We forget about being made not to feel good enough, if that was our experience. And it was certainly an experience, I think, for most gay men, and especially men of my generation. It took a long time until I was told by the government or my peers that, yes, you have some rights. So that extended well beyond adolescence. But getting back to the point, once you grow up and then you finally come out and you start to create your identity, you might forget about the fact that you have what's called gay shame. And the shame is that in your formative years, you were constantly made fun of or not encouraged, or you were told something about you was wrong or that you were not good enough. And in my case, I was a little scrawny kid. I was also a pretty sick kid. I had a lot of health issues, and I was ADHD, so all of these things attracted attention to myself, attention that I didn't want. I wanted to be between the margins. I wanted to be not seen. I didn't want people to have to go, yeah, there's the faggot over there. And so this realization that I sometimes don't feel like I deserve or am successful comes from the shame of not feeling good enough. And this not feeling good enough is probably my biggest block over the years, that maybe puts a roadblock in my way to doing something or succeeding at something or to taking a particular action. And it's really been recently that I've embraced all parts of me being gay, to say the work that I do is to help other gay men break out of the box that fucks with who they want to be. Because that's been my biggest challenge. And to be able to, unparcel that, unbox that, to go deeper into that and say, these are the things that have held me back. I've been afraid of doing something for maybe somebody saying, well, that thing you did isn't good, it's not great. Why face that again? And that's such a fucking unconscious fear of not feeling good enough, and it just needs to be done with. But it takes time to talk some of that stuff through, whether that be in therapy or coaching. And I'm reminded of one of my favorite gay films. It's a low-budget Hollywood called Latter Days, and it's one of those films that I cried in because there's a few scenes that just I break down, because I so connect with that deep emotionality of really connecting with your truth. And it's about a Mormon who's in Hollywood, and a neighbor wants to try and have sex with him, and that's how it starts. But then the neighbor and him actually fall in love. But there's a point where the Mormon is out doing his route, and there's a woman on a bench, and she's crying, and he goes up to her and offers comfort, and that's what he's been trained to do. And she's talking about a friend that's in the hospital and sick and dying, and he talks about how you look at life, that if you're up this close looking at the Sunday comics, which he used to do as a boy, all you see is the little dots, and they're slightly different colors, but it's when you pull away that the dots begin to take shape. So if we're up too close in our day-to-day stuff that's fucking with us, the little dots of the things that are our blocks that are holding us back, we need to pull away to get like the 10,000 or the 30,000 foot view to say, whoa, okay, either this is the picture I want to create, or yeah, here's the problem in the picture, that's the roadblock that's holding me back. And so that's led me to creating an Unbox Your Greatness strategy call that I'm offering over the holidays. And it's a 90-minute plus call if needed for the two of us to have a conversation. Figure out, like, what's blocking you? You know, let's rip the lid off the box that's holding you in a container that's stopping you from being your best gay self, or from using your gifts, your vulnerability, your skills, and just connecting with who you are to fully come out and just to own all of your skills and your gifts and your uniqueness. And to recognize that when we have shame around being gay, what are the things that maybe we've done in our life that have been distractions to keep us from being our best self, whether that be unprotected sex or drugs or alcohol, or being someone else in certain situations to protect us from having someone say, "You're not good enough." So I'll put the link below the video. Just fill out a form to tell me a bit more about what you're looking for and how I can help, and I look forward to connecting with you. Until the next video.